Sheila.
Hello, Paul.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy day again and having coffee with your agents and myself.
You're welcome.
This coffee's really good today.
It's really good today.
You know, more of your agents should really stop by and have a cup of coffee with you because it's that good.
They'd be in a better mood.
Hey, let's talk about a couple things that, I've been hammering on this, for years, but can you explain to us what the Mortgage Debt Relief Act bill is? And then I'm going to ask you, okay, what's going on with that now? Because I guess there's things happening.
Okay. Back December 2007, President Bush put into place the Mortgage Debt Relief Act bill to help homeowners. Now, what that is when you do a short sale and you're $100,000 underwater, and the lender forgives you of that $100,000, what they're going to do is they've got to report it to the IRS, anything over $600. So what happens is that generates a 1099-C that is sent to you. Well, you've got to report that loss to the IRS as if it were income.
See, you remember that took me like 6 months to
wrap
my mind around that.
That's that phantom income.
How does the IRS consider releasing you from a contract income? It just blew my mind.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. But anyway, before 2007, any short sale we did, and the seller was forgiven of that deficiency, they were liable. They could possibly owe taxes on that amount.
Wow.
So if you're looking at taxes on a $100,000 loss, that's sizable. It's to the point of which is better for me, just letting the property go to foreclosure or doing a short sale, and now I owe the IRS money. Now the IRS has longer hands than Bank of America does.
Right.
So, that's something that a lot of my homeowners would have to sit there and debate over and decide. And I know some of those, they were recommended to just let the property go, walk away, because the deficiency or the tax liability was going to be much greater than a foreclosure would affect you.
Wow, so that's a true
let it go.
Strategic foreclosure.
Yes, let it go.
So this bill had an expiration date, I understand. Did it get extended once already, or is this, and this has come up again, or is this the first time?
This is the first time.
Okay.
It was going to, it's going to expire December 31st of this year. However, this bill, or the extension of this bill, has been put in place. Now, the Mortgage Debt Relief Act bill, not everybody's entitled to that. And you want to check with your CPA or tax advisor. I'm not a CPA or a tax advisor. However, the things, or the umbrella, Mortgage Debt Relief Act covers primary residence. Also, are those the original deeds of trust you took out when you purchased the property? So you didn't refinance and utilize your home as an ATM machine. You kept pulling out the equity. Because if you did, that part would not be covered. Okay, so if you refinanced and pulled 50, you still would be liable for the $50,000. So you've got to be careful about that. But primary residence, original deeds of trust, those homeowners are protected under that Mortgage Debt Relief Act bill. Now, come December 31st, what I'm hearing and what a lot of webinars are stating is that Congress will extend it. Now, again, this is on the street. This is not official. They will extend it, but they won't come back with that extension until after the first of the year, probably around February. And at that point, they will make it retroactive back to January 1 of 2013. So it's looking promising, but it's one of those bills that are on the table for that fiscal cliff of these tax breaks getting ready to expire, that Bush put into place. And there's quite a few of them that are going to affect the real estate industry. This is one of them. There's going to be sellers that say the tax liability is too great, I'm going to let it go to foreclosure. So I'm very hopeful, and in my gut, I feel that it will be extended, but, logic and stupidity, like you say, you can't fix stupid.
Right.
So
now,
that's another thing.
How long is this going to take, for them to make a decision? Have they been
Oh my goodness, as long as US Bank takes to do a short sale. Forever.
Forever.
It's been in front of them since August. You know,
Wow.
why does it take them 4 months to make a decision on this? But yeah, sure enough, it's going to be more than 4 months, probably 6 months. So they're still going to be shorter on making a decision than US Bank, because US Bank 7-8 months on a short sale.
Gotcha. So, speaking of U.S. Bank and a long short sale, Kim Bradley from Slifer Smith in Frampton sent us an email.
Uh-huh.
Would like you to address just briefly the MID, the mortgage interest deduction.
The mortgage interest deduction is another bill that's getting ready to expire the end of this year. So realtors, sellers, homeowners, buyers, get in touch with your senators. You know, flood their office with phone calls. You need to get in front of them. You need to let them know that you do not want this bill to expire, because if this expires, it's going to affect home buyers buying homes. It's going to affect your business as a realtor. You're going to have less buyers looking at properties, because that benefit of mortgage interest deduction has gone away. It's no longer there. So Kim Bradley wanted me to address that and really kind of call to arms to all agents. This should be at the top of your list to fight and let your voice be heard. Make sure that this is extended, as well as that Mortgage Debt Relief Act bill.
So this is one of the things our federal government, dialing in their budget,
Yeah.
is considering?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Which we're just crawling out of, you know.
yeah, the timing's terrible.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's terrible. We're just crawling out of, and I really wouldn't even say it was a recession. It was more like a depression. We're just finally climbing out of there. The market is starting to climb up, and this is not something that we need, because it will probably put us back into a recession.
Wow.
If this happens.
Thank you again for your time, Sheila.
Hey, you're welcome. You guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great week and a great weekend.